Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. We are on Canto 8, chapter 22. We heard yesterday now the Lord has started speaking at the assembly after Lord Brahma spoke. Now Prahlad Maharaj spoke, Vindhyavali spoke, Lord Brahma spoke, then the Lord spoke. What is the Lord saying?
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Yeah, yeah. The Lord is saying, Lord Vamandev is telling that having a human body is a responsibility. This human body can help one come out of this material world. And how one can come out of material world? By engaging in devotional service to the Lord and remembering that what his real constitution position is in this world. To always serve. He's a servitor of the Lord.
Yeah, it's a great responsibility to have this material body, right? It's very rare, this human birth. And then what are the few things Lord says that one becomes proud with? And what is the real mercy of the Lord? How we can understand somebody has gotten the mercy of the Lord?
So then, Hare Krishna. So then Krishna said that if you're born in high family and you have youth, you have beauty, all the six opulences, you have great knowledge, you have a lot of wealth, and so if you have all of these opulences and if you're proud on it, like if you're not proud and you use them in service of Krishna, that is the complete mercy of Krishna.
Mm, yeah. And in spite of having these opulences, you don't get proud, because usually what happens, we get proud. We have little bit, we get proud. But one who has received the favor of the Lord, he doesn't get proud. We said the example was, one of the example is
Amrish Maharaj was
Yes.
one of the
Amrish Maharaj.
examples.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then even Pandavas, you mentioned.
Pandava. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so let's go on. Text 27. Manastamba nimittanam
Manastamba nimittana
Manasambhavanimittanam
janmadinam samantata
janma adina
janmadinam samantataha
samantaha
sarvashreya pratipanam
sarvashreya
sarvashreya
pratipana
pratipanam
hantamuye namatparaha.
hantamuhe
antamuye
matparaha.
namatparaha.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Although the aristocratic birth and other such opulence are impediments to advancement in devotional service, because they are causes of false prestige and pride, these opulences never disturb a pure devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Devotees like Dhruv Maharaj, who was given unlimited material opulence, have the special mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Once Kuvera wanted to give Dhruv Maharaj a benediction, but although Dhruv Maharaj could have asked him for any amount of material opulence, he instead begged Kuvera that he might continue his devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Kuvera. What position does Kuvera hold?
He
Head of
is the Lord of the Treasure.
Yeah,
yeah.
treasurer of the demigods. So he certainly is very wealthy. He has, a lot of opulence. So Kuvera was supposed to ask someone, okay, what can I give you? So one's natural response may be, okay, give me wealth, right? That would be a natural response. Here, Dhruv Maharaj is asking him, no, just let me continue devotional service to the Lord. When a devotee is fixed in his devotional service, there's no need for the Lord to deprive him of his material opulences. Because then the Lord knows that one is going to use the power properly. Like how there is also prefects in the school, they may have some power because the school principal may know, okay, these children are not going to misuse the power. So then they give them some position, make them prefect. They know they can handle it. Lord also, he knows the pure devotees can handle the opulences, so he gives it to them. The Supreme Personality of Godhead never takes away material opulences achieved because of devotional service, although he sometimes takes away opulences achieved by pious activities. He does this to make a devotee prideless or put him in a better position in devotional service. So pious activities means the rituals. When you do the rituals, then you can get pious result because of which you may get a lot of opulences, but then that may make us proud. So that the Lord may take away. But then he arranges to give the opulence of devotional service to the devotee. If a special devotee is meant for preaching but does not give up his family life or material opulences to take to the service of the Lord surely takes away his material opulences and establishes him in devotional service. Thus, the pure devotee becomes fully engaged in propagating Krishna consciousness. So, this is for the pure devotee. The Lord understands, oh, he can engage in preaching. Why should I give him opulence? He's asking me something, but I am intelligent. So I will instead give him the opulence of devotional service. We saw that. Srila Prabhupada is an example of that. He had a nice business, nice family. It's very good. Everything going good. Suddenly everything started failing. Everything went away. But he got much, much more. Krishna gave him so much more. Esha Dhanava Daityanam
एषदानवदैत्यानाम्
ईशानवदैत्यानाम्
Agrani Kirtivardhanam
अग्रणिः कीर्तिवर्धनः
Ajay Sid Ajayamayam
अजय श्री
अजय
अजया
श्री
मायाम्
अजय
Siddhan Api Namuyate.
सीदन् अपि न मूयति.
Bali Maharaj has become the most famous among the demons and non-believers. For in spite of being bereft of all material opulences, he's fixed in his devotional service. In this verse, the words Siddhan Api Namuyati are very important. A devotee is sometimes put into adversity while executing devotional service. In adversity, everyone laments and becomes aggrieved. But by the grace of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, a devotee, even in the worst condition, can understand that he is going through a severe examination by the personality of Godhead. Bali Maharaj passed all such examinations as explained in the following verses. So here Lord Vamandev is saying Bali Maharaj, he lost everything, yet he didn't give up devotional service. So he's become famous now. Prabhupada is explaining in the purport that the devotee can understand, okay, it's a test for me. It's a test and I need to pass the test by the mercy of the Lord. Or the or average person, what we will do, we start lamenting. We say, "Oh my God, what's happening? Why are you doing this to me?" Uh, but the devotee,
And then you lose your faith.
yeah,
Like
many
a person,
times.
sometimes a
Yes,
person loses faith.
yeah, many times, yeah, yeah. Because then coming to Krishna for a reason, right? Okay, I want
Mm.
money from Krishna, or I want, um, right, for people, or I want to relieve my distress, inquisitive knowledge. So sometimes when it's not fulfilled, they'll go away. When it's fulfilled, also they may go away, you know. After we get what we want, then we may go away. Okay, TK, I got what I want. Bye.
Then you forget. Yeah,
Yeah,
true. Mm.
yeah. But we are seeing the devotee, no. The devotee is always, he's there, holding on to the lotus feet of Krishna. It's not going to give up the lotus feet of Krishna. Shina riktas chutasthana.
Shri
Shrina च्युतस्थानात्
Shipto badascha shatrubhihi.
क्षिप्तबदश्चोभिः
Padascha Shatrubhi
Gyatibhischa parityakto.
ज्ञातिभिश्च
Yati
परित्यक्तो
Parikyato
Yatanam anuyapitaha.
यातनाम्
Yatanam
अनुयापितः
Anupapitaha
Guruna bharsita shabdo.
गुरुणा भर्सितः शब्दो
Jaho satyam na suvrataha.
जहो सत्यं न
Satyam
सुव्रतः
Nasukrita
Chaler ukto maya dharmo.
छले
Chale
तो मया
Tumaya
धर्मो
Dharmo
Nayam tyajati satyavak.
नायं त्यजति
Nayam Jati
सत्यवाक्
Satyam
Although bereft of his riches, fallen from his original position, defeated and arrested by his enemies, rebuked and deserted by his relatives and friends, although suffering the pain of being bound, and although rebuked and cursed by his spiritual master, Bali Maharaj, being fixed in his vow, did not give up his truthfulness. It was certainly with pretension that I spoke about religious principles, but he did not give up religious principles, for he is true to his word. Bali Maharaj passed the severe test put before him by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is further proof of the Lord's mercy toward his devotee. The Supreme Personality of Godhead sometimes puts a devotee to severe tests that are almost unbearable. One could hardly even live under the conditions forced upon Bali Maharaj. That Bali Maharaj endured all these severe tests and austerities is the mercy of the Supreme Lord. The Lord certainly appreciates the devotee's forbearance, and it is recorded for the future glorification of the devotee. This was not an ordinary test. As described in this verse, hardly anyone could survive such a test. But for the future glorification of Bali Maharaj, one of the Mahājans, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, not only tested him, but also gave him the strength to tolerate such adversity. So it's by the mercy of the Lord that Bali Maharaj passed the test. It was very difficult. The Lord is so kind to his devotee that when severely testing him, the Lord gives him the necessary strength to be tolerant and continue to remain a glorious devotee. So, because the devotee is chaste, he does not give up the lotus feet of the Lord. And then the Lord provides him the strength to face whatever is coming his way. So, Bali Maharaj, he didn't give up the, the desire to please the Lord. And the Lord gave him the required strength, the required tolerance, the required forbearance to pass this. Is that okay?
Yes.
And this is for future glorification of the devotee. Lord likes his devotees to be glorified. Wants to show everyone, see how great personality Bali Maharaj is. Esha me prapita sthanam
एष मे प्रापिता स्थानम्
dushprapam amarerapi
दुष्प्रापम् अमरे अपि
savarner antarasyayam
सावर्येण अन्तरस्यायम्
Bhavitendra Madashraya.
Bhavita Indramat Ashrayah.
The Lord continued, because of his great tolerance, I have given him a place not obtainable even by the demigods. He will become king of the heavenly planets during the period of the Manu known as Savarni. This is the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Even if the Lord takes away a devotee's material opulences, the Lord immediately offers him a position of which the demigods cannot even dream. There are many examples of this in the history of devotional service. One of them is the opulence of Sudama Vipra. Sudama Vipra suffered severe material scarcity, but he was not disturbed and did not deviate from devotional service. Thus, he was ultimately given an exalted position by the mercy of Lord Krishna. So, also Sudama Brahman, right? He didn't have anything, and he actually didn't want to go to Krishna to ask anything, but his wife was like, go ask him something, you know. He went to Krishna, still he didn't ask him anything. He didn't tell him, give me anything, but Krishna understood his desire, gave him so much opulence. Here the word Madashraya is very significant because the Lord wanted to give Bali Maharaj the exalted position of Indra. The demigods might naturally have been envious of him and might have fought to disturb his position. But the Supreme Personality of Godhead assured Bali Maharaj that he would always remain under the Lord's protection. Mad Ashraya. Lord is saying, I'm going to protect you. And that you're going to become Indra in the next Manvantar, when the Manu changes. So that will be in the 8th Savarni. It's going to be the next Manvantar. Bali Maharaj is going to be Lord Indra. Because of his great tolerance, the Lord is saying, because Bali is so tolerant, he's going to become Indra. And he's going to be protected by me. Tavat sutalam adhyastam
Tavat Sutalam Adhyastam
Vishvakarma vinirmitam
Vishwakarma Vinirmitam
Yad adyo vyad yascha
Yat Adyo Vyadhyascha
यद्आद्ययोग्यादयश्च
Klamastandra parabhavaha
Kalam
नरं
Stantra
सर्वभावः
Parabhavaha
Nopasarga nivasatam
No
न
Upasarga Nivassatam
वसता
Sambhavanti mamekshaya.
Sambhavanti
सम्भवन्ति
Mamekshaya.
ममेक्षया
Until Bali Maharaj achieves the position of king of heaven, he shall live on the planet Sutala, which was made by Vishwakarma, according to my order. Because it is especially protected by me, it is free from mental and bodily miseries, fatigue, dizziness, defeat, and all other disturbances. Bali Maharaj, you may now go live there peacefully. Vishwakarma is the engineer or architect of for the palatial buildings in the heavenly planets. So like how we have our engineers and architects here, you know. So here Vishwakarma, he is the architect of the demigods. Therefore, since he was engaged to construct the residential quarters of Bali Maharaj, the buildings and palaces on the planet Sutala must at least equal those on the heavenly planets. Because, you know, each architect have their style, right? Their style and the materials they use. And so here he's building the palaces for Lord Indra, and now Lord Vamandev had told him, you make it for Bali. So he's made it for Bali Maharaj. So it's going to be at least as opulent. A further advantage of this place designed for Bali Maharaj was that he would not be disturbed by any outward calamity. He would not be, moreover, he would not be disturbed by mental or bodily miseries. So You know how we have misery of the body and mind, right? We say one of the miseries is that body and mind. So he won't get that. Not outward calamity also. So he's going to be like, no miseries there. These are all extraordinary features of the planet Sutala where Bali Maharaj would live. In the Vedic
So,
literatures, huh?
sorry. So that means in the Sutala planet also was made in such a way as good as the planet, the heavenly planet,
Yeah,
right?
Swargalok. Yeah,
And the Swarlo.
yeah.
Because like Bali Maharaj will be living there in Sutala planet for temporary till right that one is ready, the heavenly planet.
That's right.
So even Sutala had to be made reconstructed, like
Th-
as good.
that's right. Yeah, like till the time you can
Yeah,
go to that, you're like in transit.
yeah. So even Sutala was like remade totally, like how I get it
Yeah,
fine. It had to be as good as that.
yeah. And then no mental or bodily miseries. You
No,
know,
yeah,
you say, I have pain here, I have pain there, this is hurting. No,
real
nothing
have to
of
do
that.
nothing. Yeah.
Nothing of that. In the Vedic literatures, we find descriptions of many different planets where there are many, many palaces, hundreds and thousands of times better than those of which we have experience on this planet Earth. When we speak of palaces, this naturally includes the idea of great cities and towns. Unfortunately, when modern scientists try to explore other planets, they see nothing but rocks and sand. Of course, they may go on their frivolous excursions, but the students of the Vedic literature will never believe them or give them any credit for exploring other planets. So Prabhupada is pointing out when we hear palace means, there is a civilization, there are people living there, there's cities, there's towns. Yeah. Palace is not just going to be just one structure there. There's going to be a lot of activity going on around the palace also. But modern scientists, they go to other planets and they say, no, no, there's nothing there. That's nothing there. But we are hearing from the scriptures that the higher planets are in fact very beautiful. They are much more opulence than what we have on Earth. And Sutala, being one of the lower planets, but because Bali Maharaj has to stay there, is also like a heavenly planet. Okay. Indrasena Mahāraja.
Indrasena Maharaja
Yahi Bo Bhadram Astute.
Yahi Bho Bhadram Astute
Sutalam Swargebhi Parthayam.
Sutalam
Prarthayam.
Sutalam Swargibhihi Papratrityam
Gyatibhi Parivartitam.
Gyatibi Parivartitattah.
O Bali Maharaj, Indrasen. Now you may go to the planet Sutala, which is desired even by the demigods. Live there peacefully, surrounded by your friends and relatives. All good fortune unto you. Bali Maharaj was transferred from the heavenly planet to the planet Sutala, which is hundreds of times better than heaven, as indicated by the words Svargebhihi Prarthayam. So Bali Maharaj had already occupied the heavenly planets, right? And then just to stay there, the Brahmanas were making him do all the yagyas. Otherwise, they say you'll fall down. So he was already there on the heavenly planet. And then now, the Lord is saying, okay, now you go to Sutala. Then you come back later. Sutala, the Lord is saying, is better than heaven. Uh, Here, Prabhupada is saying it's by the Svargibhihi Prarthayam. Means it's better even than heaven. So Lord Vamandev is saying, and he's calling him Indrasena. He's already
Mm.
calling him Indrasen. Uh, okay. So then, when the Supreme Personality of Godhead deprives his devotees of material opulences, this does not mean that the Lord puts him into poverty. Rather, the Lord promotes him to a higher position. So, because many people get scared, oh, Krishna will take away everything, I will have nothing. So, when somebody tells us that, this Bali Maharaj story is very appropriate. That the Lord gives even more actually, right? Because one may be saying, oh, the Lord's devotees are all poor. He's going to take away everything. Even Dhruv Maharaj, he got a whole planet, pole star, Dhruvalok. Bali Maharaj is getting Sutala, where even demigods want to go and live. So you can see the Lord is in fact giving all the opulences to the devotees. Because he knows the devotee is not going to misuse these opulences. He's not going to get proud or carried away, but he's going to engage it in devotional service. Like Hiranyakashipu was also ruling the universe. But the Lord took it away because why? Demoniac. He got too proud, too puffed up. Here, Bali Maharaj, because he had the mercy of Prahlad Maharaj, was already a devotee. He got puffed up, of course, because he, got too powerful. But then the Lord here, by this pastime, he he gave him that understanding that it's all temporary anyway. Engage it in service of the Lord. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead did not ask Bali Maharaj to separate from his family. Instead, the Lord allowed him to stay with his family members. Gyati bihi parivaritaha. Or someone may say, oh, I have to give up my family, I have to give up everything, give up my home. But here the Lord is saying, go live with your family, be happy, rule the planet. Anybody wanted to add something?
And the Lord also will be with him, right? I think we heard,
Yeah, let's read on. Yeah.
right?
Protected
Mm.
by me, the Lord said earlier that
Yeah.
you're going to be protected by me. So let's read on. Na tvam abhibhavishyanti
Na tvam abhibhavishyanti
lokesha kim utapare
lokesha kim uta pare
tvachasanaatigan daityams
त्वच्छा सनादिकान् दैत्यांश
chakram me sudayishyati.
चक्रं मे सुदायिष्यति.
On the planet Sutala, not even the predominating deities of other planets, what to speak of ordinary people, will be able to conquer you. As far as the demons are concerned, if they transgress your rule, my disc will kill them. So, what is the Lord saying?
That he will protect him. Like even if a demon or anyone tries to come and conquer it, like try to defeat him or something, but is the Lord's the chakra, right?
Yeah, the
Will
Sudarshan Chakra.
chakra, yeah.
Yeah, he's saying if the demons don't follow your orders, they don't obey you, I'll kill
Yeah,
them.
kill.
Yeah, I'm going to kill them. And even the other devtas, they cannot come to your planet. So ordinary people also will not be able to take it from you. He's saying not even predominating deities of other planets, what to speak of ordinary people, will be able to conquer you. So nobody can defeat Bali Maharaj now. This is what the Lord is telling him. Otherwise, like from one planet to another, they might fight. Okay, I want your planet. So, no, nobody can take his planet. He's personally protected by the Lord now. Rakshishye sarvatoham tvam
Rakshishye sarvatoham tvam
sanugam saparichadam
sanugam saparichatam
sada sanihitam vira
sada sannihitam vira
tatra mam drakshyate bhavan.
tatra mam drakshyate bhavan.
O great hero, I shall always be with you and give you protection in all respects, along with your associates and paraphernalia. Moreover, you will always be able to see me there. So the Lord is saying, I'll give you protection. And I'll also protect all your paraphernalia, and I will protect everyone there, whoever's there with you, and all the things that you have there, everything. And you'll always be able to see me.
Wow.
Right? So,
What more?
so see, Lord Vamandev, he was supposed to come because he has to give the heaven back to Indra. But he's not, even now we are seeing that he is here, in fact, telling Bali Maharaj, okay, I'll always be with you, you know, I'll protect you.
And he's going to give even the heavenly planet, right? To
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. He's saying in next Manvantar, you
So
become Indra. Huh?
instead of like trying to return it to Indra, he's
Yeah,
actually the next, right? So
yeah,
he's going,
yeah. Yeah, in a way, he's telling Indra, okay, you're going to be Indra only in this Manvantar, and then,
yeah,
okay, next Manvantar, then you have to give it to Bali. Then Bali is going to be the next Indra. Yeah. Tatra Danava Daityanam
Tatra Danava Daityanam
Sangate Bhava Asura
Sangate Bhava Asuraha
Drishtva Mad Anubhavam Vai
Drishtva Mat Anubhavam Ve
Satya Kunto Vinakshati.
Sandhya Kunto Vinakshyati.
Because there you will see my supreme prowess, your materialistic ideas and anxieties that have arisen from your association with the demons and danavas will immediately be vanquished. The Lord assured Bali Maharaj of all protection, and finally the Lord assured him of protection from the effects of bad association with the demons. Bali Maharaj certainly became an exalted devotee, but he was somewhat anxious because his association was not purely devotional. The Supreme Personality of Godhead therefore assured him that his demoniac mentality would be annihilated. In other words, by the association of devotees, the demoniac mentality is vanquished. So the Lord is saying, not only will I protect your property, not only will I protect your associates, not only will I protect you, I will also protect you from getting demoniac desires. Because here Bali Maharaj is not going to be surrounded by devotees, he's going to be surrounded by demons. So this is the protection of the Lord, and the real protection of the Lord. As he said, that my real favor is that I'll give all the opulences to the devotee, but he'll still be humble. He won't be proud about it. And here, the protection that he's going to get is that he's going to continue to engage in devotional service. Satam prasangan mama virya samvido bhavanti hritkarna rasayana katha Bhagavatam Canto 3 chapter 25 text 25. When a demon associates with devotees engaged in glorifying the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he gradually becomes a pure devotee. Thus, and the Bhaktivedanta purports of 8th Canto, 22nd chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam entitled, Bali Maharaj surrenders his life. So what Bhagavatam says, that by glorifying the Supreme Lord, all our demoniac desires, our demoniac tendencies get vanquished. Bhagavatam is saying that. Why? Because Krishna is in the heart then. Krishna sees that when one is hearing and chanting, then Krishna cleans the heart. So then our demon-like desires will get destroyed, as we were saying yesterday, right? What to do? We become proud. So what to do? We have to continue to hear and chant. We just have to continue to hear and chant. And gradually, gradually, the cleaning process will take place. Is that okay? It brings us to the end of the chapter also. So did anything strike? I mean, that in this chapter something that you think that, oh wow, this was a special point of this chapter.
Like one thing, like how Krishna's plan is so perfect. He from outside it might look very, hard, uh, striking or sad to us. But if we keep faith and we always take a shelter, then we'll be able to see that how merciful he is. And everything has a reason there. Because he took everything from Bali Maharaj, but then in the end, Bali Maharaj got everything, even more than, what he had.
Yeah, it's
So we
true.
just need to have that faith and association. Very, very important, I think, association point.
Yeah, yes. Association with the devotees. Yes.
Engage in yeah,
Engage
devotional
in
service.
devotional service. Yes. Yeah. And then, the Lord gives the strength. We
Mm.
may not have strength, but if we just hold on to his lotus feet, then he gives us the strength to cross over all the hurdles, right? As we
So
say, the
important.
cookie is high up, the cookie is up in the cupboard. The child can't get it. The child wants it. Then the father picks up the child, helps him get the cookie. So
So in pleasure and pain, we have to just remember that is his. He knows what is best for us. I mean, we have to go through, right? Pleasure and pain.
yeah,
So we
that's right.
just yeah, accept even when we go through pain, but that's part of the it's a teaching, like an examination. That's what was said, right?
Yeah,
So whether we can pass the test,
yeah,
continue remembering and pleasing the Lord.
yeah, yeah. And we can pray to him that, oh, I don't understand all this suffering. I don't have strength. You please give me the strength
Yeah,
to bear all this.
the Lord gives. Yeah,
Yeah, Lord gives us the strength. Okay. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur
good.
Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank